Okay, welcome everyone. Tonight is Wednesday, July 29th, 2021. This is a Beverly School Committee of the Whole meeting. We are meeting remotely under the extension of the emergency order that is allowing us to meet remotely. We have given public access to our Zoom meeting platform for the open portions of the meeting. We are also recording this meeting and providing it to BevCam to put on their YouTube channel along with our other meetings. We thank you for joining us this evening. We will be using the waiting room tonight because we do have an executive session planned and the public is not able to join for that portion. We do ask you to remain online in the waiting room for us to return to open session, because we do not believe we'll be in executive session very long. Our first order of business this evening is a call to order. We need to make sure that everyone can hear and see us. So I will do a roll call first. We have Kimberly Coelho.
Here.
Thank you. We have John Milady.
Here.
Thank you. We have Karen Robinson.
Here.
Thank you. We have Kenan McKenzie.
Here.
We have Lorinda Visnick.
Here.
And we are also joined by Dr. Sue Chorchak.
Here.
And Miss Jean Sherburne.
Here.
And Miss Julia Brotherton. Okay, we are anticipating the mayor will be joining us shortly, but why don't we just keep going down the agenda? The next item is the Pledge of Allegiance. I am not sure if I have a flag available on my computer, but maybe you each have one. I can't minimize while I'm recording, so we will improvise. And I ask that you locate a flag.
Bill,
yes.
If you wait 1 second, I'll grab mine off my front porch.
Okay. It's raining though. Is she already gone? Oops. Okay. Since Ms. Visnick has the flag, we will have her lead us in the pledge. You can come off mute when she returns. Ms. Visnick, please come off mute and lead us, will you?
I pledge
allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and Mayor Cahill's line is just joining. Mayor Cahill, you've just missed the Pledge of Allegiance with Miss Visnick's flag from her porch. Thank you for joining us. If you could just confirm that you can hear and see us all right.
I hear and see you all.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. So for our open portion of the meeting, I was just explaining to the public and those who might be watching us in a recorded version, we really have a short agenda where we will be going into executive session, but we will be returning to open session to finish our evening's business. I'm sharing on my screen right now our agenda. So right now we are at action number 2. The chair is moving to vote to meet in executive session pursuant to Mass General Law. And I should have this memorized by now, but I need to minimize my screen. General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, for purposes 7 and 3, and to return to open session. Purpose 7 is to review and approve the June 7th, 2021 negotiating subcommittee / committee of the whole executive session minutes. And purpose 3 is to discuss strategy with respect to and in preparation for collective bargaining with the Beverly Teachers Unit A teachers and Unit B administrators, because an open discussion may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the committee. So I have made that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Visnick. And now we do a roll call vote. Kimberly Coelho?
Yes.
Kenan McKenzie?
Yes.
Karen Robinson?
Yes.
John Milady?
Yes.
Lorinda Visnick,
Yes.
Mayor Cahill,
Yes.
and Rachel Abel, yes. Okay, that gives us 7 votes. So the chair will reiterate that we are now moving into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A for purposes 7 and 3, and we will return to open session shortly. So I just need to figure out, Ms. Brotherton, how to put you back in the waiting room. I will, let's see. Put in waiting room. We will see you shortly. I will let you back in once we're done with executive session.
Ms. Abel, 2 questions.
Yes, I just need to lock the meeting real quickly. And I need to pause our recording.
Yes, that was one of the 2.
I just, oh, screen share paused. I have one more pause the record. Okay, thank you, members of the public. Thank you for your patience. We are back in open session and we are again recording. Again, this is the Beverly School Committee, Committee of the Whole. Today is July 29th. I can't believe it already, 2021. We've just concluded a brief executive session, and the next agenda item is the approval of the memorandum of agreement between the Beverly School Committee and the Beverly Teachers Association Unit A. This document, once approved, will become a public record. So I'm not going to bring it up at this point, but I'm looking for a member of the committee to make a motion to approve the memorandum of agreement between Beverly School Committee and Beverly Teachers Association Unit A.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms.
Second.
Visnick. Thank you, Ms. Robinson. Is there any discussion? I'm not seeing any hands, so just speak up if you wanted to say anything. Okay, we will take a roll call vote. First on my list, Kimberly Coelho.
Yes.
Next, Kanan McKenzie.
Yes.
Next, Karen Robinson.
Yes.
And next, John Mulady.
Yes.
Next, Lorinda Visnick.
Yes.
And Mayor Cahill.
Yes.
And Rachel Abel, yes. By a vote of 7-0, I will inform the union, although Ms. Brotherton is joining us here tonight. So thank you very much for joining us. And then that brings us to our final consideration of the evening, which is point number 4. It's to reconsider, in lieu of the memorandum of agreement that we have just accepted, reconsider our 2021-2022 school calendar. Ms. Bergeron provided a second version of this, and maybe I will ask Dr. Churchick just to explain the differences for this reconsideration versus the original one we had approved.
Madam Chair, will you maybe share that on the
Yep.
screen?
It will take me half a second to find it. Oh, I didn't hit the share button first, though. I'm sorry. Screen
So
share.
as she's pulling that up, I'll just say, as you know, we amended within the contract the number of school days and shifted the hours over to the after school hours. And so therefore we're proposing to eliminate the September 21st, what was originally scheduled to be a professional development day. That would now just become a regular school day for students and staff. That's the major change. We also wanted to clarify, I think omitted to put it on the first one, that when we look at the first day, we will continue with having our students in grades 1 through 9 will report on September 1. Students in grades 10 through 12 will be virtual. That is, we've talked about that in the past. That is when our freshmen are there. We have about 70 to 80 upperclassmen who do come in that day and work with the kids and provide opportunities to give the freshmen a strong orientation to the building and what they'll need to know and what they'll need to do. I talked with Mrs. Taylor today. She is at a conference, or she would have been here tonight. We are very confident now with our skills in virtual learning, that day will be even stronger than it ever has been. I also double checked with the Department of Ed to make sure that that was allowable, as they're not really allowing remote instruction, but their guidance says that if you have already established a day that is taught virtually and was approved by the department, it will continue. It continues to be approved. So, so we're not out of order by doing it that way in Beverly. And then we have, just as we have, the rest of the calendar is the same as you approved originally, but we just made some language change up there so everybody was clear.
So deleting this professional development day and making that a school day does affect the end.
Correct.
Okay.
The end dates.
That's
Yep.
highlighted
So
in green as well.
it's
Okay.
highlighted in green as well. And so now the scheduled final day without any snow days is an early release day on June 17th. We have yet to hear guidance on whether or not snow days will be allowed to be remote or not, whether we'll be allowed to continue the practice that we had last year, where we could do remote learning on a snow day. We have not heard, there's not been any final guidance given to us. So we put it on the same way we traditionally do, that if in fact there are snow days, the school days would continue on. And if we were to use all 5 snow days, our final day would be an early release day on Monday, June 27th. Keep in mind that Juneteenth now is a federal holiday and would be celebrated on the Monday. So that's why it would go into the following Monday.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve this revised calendar as presented?
So moved.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kenan. Do we want to have any discussion? Or do we have any questions? I'm not seeing any hands. So why don't I call the roll? Kim Coelho,
Yes.
Kenan McKenzie,
Yes.
Karen Robinson,
Yes.
John Mulady,
Yes.
Lorinda Visnick,
Yes.
Mayor Cahill,
Yes.
and Rachel Abel, yes. 7-0. We have now adjusted our school calendar to reflect that school will be in session on September 21st, and that moves our end date to Friday, June 17th with no snow days, and that our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders will be attending virtually on that September 1st, while the freshmen get well oriented to the building and have the benefit of their peer leaders there. So with that, we are at the end of our agenda this evening. We have
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Ms. Visnick. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. I think that was Ms. Robinson. Was that Ms. Robinson? Yes. Okay. All those in favor? I guess it's a roll call technically since we're virtual. So Kimberly. Coelho.
Yes.
Thank you. Kenna McKenzie.
Yes.
Karen Robinson.
Yes.
John Mulady.
Yes.
Lorinda Visnick.
Yes.
Mayor Cahill.
Yes.
And Rachel Abel. Yes. 7-0. We are adjourned at 8:24 p.m. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thank you for watching at home.